Hey everyone, so today I'm going to share my travels in the southern area of Florida. My husband and I spent 7 days here to celebrate his 50th birthday. Of course, we went to a lot of attractions. We didn't do any clubbing or tons of drinking, but we did eat a lot of great food. So here we go. First location we went to was GuacaTacos. It was near the resort that we stayed in. They had some amazing food. I had a carne asada and it was like a fajita plate with carne asadas, shrimp and chicken. That was really, really delicious. My husband also had like this white sauce burrito that had chicken in and maybe shrimp in there, but I know for sure there was chicken in there. And he really liked it. He said it was delicious. I was just happy that it was close to the resort, like maybe 7 minutes away. And also what was cool is that this location had a Spanish karaoke bar. That was my first time ever attending. It's day 2 and we are celebrating the husband's 50th birthday. Today is a day of hanging out. I mean, this whole trip was a surprise for him, so he has no idea what I have planned. First, we went to Pembroke Pines to go to another Broken Egg Cafe. They had a delicious pound cake French toast that was amazing. Next, we went to the Miami area and went to the Bayside Marketplace. This is where the large Ferris wheel is at. The cruise it was like a daytime cruise that we got on, and this was the Millionaire's Road Sighting Cruise in Miami, and it's done through Island Queen Cruises. The Island Queen Cruises has like multiple cruises that they have during the day as well as in the evening time. What I must say is that if you are attending any of these cruises to go to Star Island where like all the mansions are at for the celebrities, the best thing that you can do is make sure you purchase your tickets online. You want to also get there an hour ahead of time because traffic is super ridiculously crazy in Miami. So here are some of the sites that we've seen while on the Star Cruise. Also got this strawberry daiquiri. There was a little alcohol in there, but not too overwhelming. This house is actually Ricky Martin's home. And there was a few other homes. I cannot remember who all is living there, but all I know is that these homes were amazing. And it was insane to see how large these places were. And not only just how large they were, but knowing that there are people that can afford to live in these homes. While we were on the water, we saw the Royal Caribbean's latest ship, and that's the Icon of the Seas. I am not slowing down the video, but this is just how large this cruise ship is. Of course, we did not stop to get on and take a tour because they were doing some tours of this ship, but it is insanely huge. This house I remember is P. Diddy or Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. This is his home. A lot of privacy. And again, like these homes are not like hundreds of thousands of dollars or even just a couple of million. We're talking about $32, $58 million just to live there. But they are expensive and they are huge. Apparently this home was originally owned by Alex Rodriguez as well as Jennifer Lopez, and they resold it to another rich person, Ken Griffin, I believe the name is. But yeah, apparently there was some big meeting happening while we were going by. I do not even recall who owns this home, but again, very gorgeous. There's a lot of beautiful mansions and homes out this way. And then that was the greenhouse to this home that is coming up. This home is owned by Dr. Philip Frost, who is the founder of IVAX Pharmaceuticals. And they are known for making the Viagra pill. This home was like $58 million if I recall correctly. Just amazing. So yeah, so we also saw a lot of homes, including like Rick Ross, another rapper. And while we were on the waters, we saw the area where the ship ports are at, where a lot of the imported items come in through Miami. And then we went back over to the bay, and we saw like all the beautiful buildings that are like waterfront properties. So next we took some photos and hung out at the mall a little bit before going back to Weston, Florida to go see the movie The Fall Guy. We saw that at the AMC in Weston, Florida. While in Weston, we also went to dinner at Bocas House. This is a Latin American restaurant. We had some pork belly, it was fried pork belly, as well as some wok seared chicken and noodles, which were really good. That was like an Asian influence. And then that was my husband's, but I had the skirt steak with creamy fettuccine pasta. That was really, really delicious. Everything was good. Bocas House is known for their shakes, their milkshakes, but we were so full that we couldn't even attempt to drink a milkshake, but they are pretty creative. We had a small issue with our vehicle, so we are waiting for our rental exchange with Enterprise. But meanwhile, we had some food from Payway sent to us by Uber Eats, and it was great. So next, we went to the Everglades Holiday Park, which was about 20 minutes from our resort. This Everglades Holiday Park does take you into the Everglades. It's not like a really deep experience, but you get to see a lot of the wildlife, like these peacocks. There are alligators within this alligator show, but also within the water when we get onto the airboat later. We had a very good facilitator, trainer. He explained his role at the holiday park and how he interacts with the alligators. And it was a very educational experience. The show is about 35 to 45 minutes, which is an introduction before you get onto the airboat. It can be very hot, so wear sunscreen and comfortable clothes.
No, that's one of the best. That's it. Hey, come on, we do a show. Come on. That's it. You're just a fat kid cheesy cake. Come on, let's go. Come on. Godzilla, activate. Feel free to taste it next time. Why do I even bother? I could have had your dog crap at this point. Hands like feet. Put you on the offensive line. I'll get that one later. It's like sprinkles, that's all. It's like sprinkles. Come here, my sweet boy. Your body says no, but your eyes say yes. Now, if you're a Seminole warrior, let's say back in the 1800s, and you were out catching alligators, you're doing that to feed your family. If you look in the back of his throat, it appears he has little to no throat opening. What are you doing, son? You work 9 minutes like twice a week. Nobody uses you but me, and I'm only here twice a week. And you don't even work every day. You're down to 3-wheel drive. Nope, I'm taking away the 4-wheel drive. Again, 40 teeth on top, 40 teeth on the bottom. If you look at the back of his throat, it appears he has little to no throat opening. He has an oversized palatal valve or a glottis, which allows him to go underwater, capture food without drowning. He would usually then surface above the water to swallow that food. He likes to make it look dangerous sometimes. He's a bit of a showman. You do realize without me, you'd be a suitcase. Anyway, my parents wasted a lot of money in college. They don't really appreciate the fact that I make bad jokes about it in an alligator pit. I'm 56 years old and my dad's still telling me to give him his money back. Trust me, that would never happen. Last trick, no hero stuff. Sometimes people clap. This smells bagels are amazing, by the way. I believe that is pumpkin spice. That's enough. Well, the alligator that's really so sweet. That was a Godzilla too. Oof. Ooh, I like the way you walk, girl. Oh.
So yes, we are happy and smiling. It's our first airboat trip that we've ever done together, or even individually. There is a lot of wildlife that is in the area. Crocodiles, of course, a lot of flowers, bird life, plant life. I must say that when you do get on an airboat, for those who may not have ever gone on it before, you want to make sure you are wearing some very comfortable clothes, something that's stretchy, as well as supportive shoes, because you do have to climb down a little bit into the airboat, as well as use your core to climb out of the airboat. So like if you've had like a recent surgery or injury like to your knee or hip, just keep that in mind, that there may be a little difficulty getting in and out of the airboat. This trip was about an hour, and the captain was very informative of what was going on and informed us about the ecosystem in the area. I did not know that lily pads had flowers, so that was kind of cool to see. Yeah, this bird, he landed on the boat, and I have a fear of birds, but we were in their ecosystem, so I couldn't get too upset. I was just glad it did not fly into the boat, because I know I probably would have went viral. Before going back to the resort, we went to Flanigan Seafood Bar and Grill. They have multiple locations. We had the smoked chicken wings, which they're known for, as well as a few of their drinks, and we had some mahi-mahi, fried shrimp, barbecue ribs, but what we were really saving room for was the Snickerdoodle Daddy, which is like a behemoth dessert, but we saved room for it, and it was delicious. It is day 4, and we are driving from our resort in Weston, Florida to Key West. We will be staying there overnight. If you went straight there driving, it should be about 4 hours, but we did make a couple of stops. That took us about 6 hours total. We are in Esmeralda, Florida, where we are in front of Betsy the Lobster. This is at the Rainbow Village, where you can stop off and take photos, and you can use the restroom. They also have a little small restaurant there. We spent $50 for 2 mini-sized lobster rolls. It was definitely not worth $50, so I advise you to stop someplace else if you're looking for food. On our way to Key West, we stopped off at the 7 Mile Bridge to take some photos too. Smile.
Oh,
Yes. From here, it's about an hour to an hour and a half to get to Key West. So we're gonna go straight to our hotel, which is the DoubleTree Resort, the Grand Key in Key West. And once we're checked in, we're going to go over to Mallory Square and hang out at the Sunset Pier to watch the sunset. It is a big festivity in Key West where everyone meets up at and watches the sunset.
I'll give you all and have no.
About 2 minutes away from Mallory Square is a restaurant called El Meson de Pepe. This restaurant is a Cuban restaurant. It was my first time really trying Cuban food that was not just like a Cubano sandwich, but everything was delicious. I had the Tangerine Dream, drink, which was very, very good. It is an alcoholic drink. We also tried the conch for the first time. I can pass on that. My husband liked it, but I can pass on it. Tamale was great, as well as the chicken and the beef dish. We also did not like the flan, but we did love this chocolate cake. It is day 5, and we are going to get some breakfast at Cracker Barrel. Yes, they're everywhere. We went to a Cracker Barrel for breakfast. And then we're going to go over to the most southernest point of the U.S. and take some photos. It is very crowded in this area, and I couldn't even get in front of it. There's tons of water splashing up from the ocean, but look at this line. So yeah, I did not get a chance to take a photo in front of it, but at least I can say I experienced being in the area. Parking is significantly tight in Key West. There are some parking garages in the area, but you do have to drive around to find them. They can cost you about $20 for a few hours. We did park at one so I can stop into this key lime pie shop to get some key lime pie as well as other key lime flavored things before getting on the road. On our way back towards Miami, we're driving out of Key West and we're headed back towards Esmeralda, and there is Theater of the Sea. At this venue, you can see a sea lion show as well as parrot shows. They also have dolphin shows and a few other aquatic entertainment there. This little sea lion is very cute, so we did watch that show, and I was excited to see the dolphin. So we were able to get on this boat, and it took you like in this little lagoon, and you can watch the dolphins swim. The trainers there provide like very educational information. These shows run continuously, so if you get there at a certain time and you've missed something, you can always wait for that show to restart up again. The ticket prices weren't that expensive. I can't remember offhand what they were, but they were not that expensive. But if you are going with a family, you can definitely make a day of it. After leaving the Theater of the Sea, we were still in Esmeralda and we stopped off at Meat Eatery. They are known for their burgers. They were also featured on Diner, Drive-Ins, and Dives with Guy Fieri. It is day 6 and we are at the Wynwood Art District in Miami. For lunch, we are visiting Udon, which is a Japanese restaurant. They have some really good ramen. This is a pork belly ramen. While walking outside, this artist asked us to come in, and we checked out a lot of the art that was surprisingly really cool. Was not expecting this while walking into the art gallery. We did not buy anything, but we did check out what was on the walls and what was on display. There are a few art galleries within this area. There's tons of street art. In Chicago, they will call that graffiti, but it is street art here. It's everywhere, all over the buildings, on the sidewalks. You'll see it everywhere. But while we were here, we did get a chance to check out this art gallery, which was really, really cool. We walked about 2 or 3 more blocks and we were at the Wynwood Walls. And this art gallery has sculptures and paintings, all different types of things to view indoors as well as outdoors. They do have like multiple bathrooms. They do have like a beverage area or a snack bar area too. The art here was very interesting. They also had like a virtual reality area to view. We didn't participate in that, but that is available. Wynwood Walls also has like group tours that you can take, but we just paid for the option that was like a general admission, and we looked at everything like on our own pace. It is hot as hell outside, so we did stop off across the street at this gelato shop. As you can see, they have multiple different types of treats. I ended up getting the raspberry and mango gelato, and it was beautifully delicious. Before heading back to our car, we stopped off at Art of Hip Hop. This location is dedicated to the visuals creative behind hip hop. That's what's on the website, and they did not lie. You got a chance to see like the clothing, the style of designer work for the albums, like even videos. Like you got a chance to see who was behind this creativity for hip hop. Hip hop started in the mid 70s, and it has branched out not just in New York and Chicago, but all over the world. And it was really cool to see like things that I remember from when I was a little kid in the 80s. LL Cool J is one of my favorite rappers, so it was nice to see that artwork. There's tons of creative here, and again, like I said, the album cover art as well as clothing. There is a separate museum for graffiti, but when you're walking into the Wynwood Art District, there is street art everywhere. Like I said before, it's all over the walls, the buildings, even sidewalk. So I don't know if there's like literally a separate space that this museum has, but it was really cool to check out everything and to reminisce like from when I was a child, like growing up in the 80s and remembering a lot of the artists that was featured here. Before heading back to the resort, we stopped off in the Miami Beach area to check out this donut shop called Pink Loves Donuts. Very excited to go to this spot. Every place we travel, we like to see what donuts do they have in the area. And apparently guava cheese or guava and cream cheese is like a big thing in South Florida, and apparently it's Cuban influence, so maybe that's the reason why it's everywhere. And like even at McDonald's, they had like a guava and cheese like pie, like the apple pie. So you see at McDonald's, but it was guava and cheese. But yeah, everything was delicious. We love these donuts. It took us like 2 days to get them all down. It is day 7, the final day in Florida. We've made it. It's hot as hell. I'm sitting out soaking up the sun, but I had to go indoors because it's too hot. We did go to get some crab roll from Mr. and Mrs. Saucy Crab. This is in Davie, Florida, which was about 20 minutes from our resort. They allow you to customize what you want in your crab roll. So we had like a boiled egg, sausage, potatoes, corn, as well as crab legs and shrimp. They do offer lobster tails too. Across from the area is a Carvel ice cream shop. I've never seen the ice cream shop. I've only seen the ice cream cakes at our local grocery store in Chicago. So it was pretty cool to see that they actually have a shop that you can browse and buy different ice cream treats. Again, this is our final day, and we have really made the best of it. Last day cooling off at the Carvel ice cream shop. We had a fabulous time in Miami, in Key West, and the rest of South Florida. If you would like to learn more about the places we visited and the places that we ate, I will have that information in the description, as well as my blog at plussizeinchicago.com. Please subscribe to this channel to see more video content.